All too often, it is audacity and not talent that moves an artist to center stage.
I
Baby!
highlighted I highlighted the same fucking thing.
Let me fix it. Hello, and welcome to our very first week of The Artist Way. Delon,
Artist way.
are you excited?
I'm very excited.
Okay.
Yeah, what was successful for you, Fran, this week?
Yeah, so I wanted to look at in the book at the very end of the week, they have like little things where it's like, ask yourself these questions. And I thought we
Uh-huh.
could talk about them. So
Great.
the first question is, how many days this week did you do your morning pages? 7 out of 7, we always hope. How was the experience for you?
Yeah, I did them 7 out of 7, which
Mm-hmm.
is really great. I think I said this in another episode of the Pod. I've just been had therapists tell me that I need to be journaling. It's just not my
Mm-hmm.
remit. It's not a thing I do. Doing these morning pages this time around with the Artist Way is so amazing. It's so
Yeah.
fruitful. So many
Yeah.
things are coming up. I'm working out so many things. It's really, really awesome. I'm discovering a lot. I actually look forward to doing them, and
Wow.
I've created a little bit of a ritual around them. So like
Mm-hmm.
it's coffee and then bathroom, coffee, sit down to do pages, and then I do Duolingo and practice piano,
Yeah.
and like it's my morning routine.
What time are you starting?
I get up between like 7 and 8.
Okay.
So yeah, so before and my day's a little easier now because classes have stopped. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it's 7 out of 7. I'm really proud of me, and I'm hoping that I
Oh.
can continue. How about you? How'd you do?
Amazing. I think I did 6 out of 7. I
Okay.
had one day that I just like the day got away from me and I was like, oh my God, I forgot to do it. And so, to be fair, in order to catch up, I did them at night that day.
Okay.
So I did still write, it just wasn't in the morning. The experience has been good for me. I will say, I've been a journaler for a long time. My hand has been hurting. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God. So I have to try and like, I feel like I have to loosen up. Like I start writing and I'm like, what? And I think sometimes it's because of like, this week they had these reflections about like people that were negative about your art and
Yeah.
reflect on like a challenging time. And like, I was writing and I was like, this fucking, like I had to just be like, yo, I need to chill out and like relax my hand. And also, I don't know if you're like this because we are so similar. I feel like I was trying to like make my words perfect and like
Uh-huh.
my handwriting, and I was like, it's gonna be messy. It's just like
Yeah.
I'm just gonna flow it out and not try to make every word perfect. But yeah, I am finding myself by the end of like page 2, I'm like, this shit is hard. But I did do the pages and I feel good about it. I think sometimes I'm trying to not like judge myself while I'm writing.
Hmm.
Like sometimes I'm literally writing and I'm like, I don't know what to write. I don't feel like doing this. I'm stressed about work. Like, it's,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I'm just doing it. Okay. Did you do your artist date this week? Yes, of course we hope. And yes, artist dates can be remarkably difficult to allow yourself. What did you do and how did it feel?
So I did do my artist date. I went to the Museum of Fine Arts here in Boston, which
Mm.
I've never been to, even as a
Oh.
student before and living here. Yeah, I've never been. And my next artist date, I want to go to the ICA, which is the Contemporary Art Museum.
Mm-hmm.
But it was great. Like museums, we went to a museum when I went to visit you in LA.
Yeah.
Museums are hard because it's like a lot of slow walking. I get so
Mm-hmm.
fucking tired just doing reading and all that kind of stuff. So I
Mm-hmm.
was there for 2 hours. And interestingly, I had some great realizations. Like one of
Okay.
them was like, wow, human beings have been doing similar things, creating similar things, stories, art. I went to like the mummification sarcophagi section
Mm.
of Egypt, from Egypt, and I was like, wow, we've been doing this like honoring the dead since the dawning of time. This is like
Mm.
453 BC. Like it's so crazy. Also, I
Yeah.
was like, you're also trying to pretend like Egypt isn't in Africa, but it's fine. It's fine.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yes.
That's another thing. But
Um,
like the Native Americans, like
mhm.
it was just really, really cool. And I felt very
Yeah.
inspired. And then I came home and I wrote for 3 hours.
Three
I start
hours?
I started to piece together my show a little bit more. And I was like, oh, this feels right. This feels right. And yeah.
Okay, week 1. Okay, I have a question for you about the museum. Did you try to touch anything?
Oh I almost fucking texted you, Fran. I almost texted
Wait,
you. Oh
class,
my
class.
God.
We went. We went to the museum here in LA, and there was a big ass sign that says "Do not touch." And Delon was like, "Wow, look at this!" And then
Wait, wait, wait. You have to contextualize this even more.
Okay.
It's this big room where they
Mm-hmm.
have these big like steel wavy pieces, and you're supposed to
Mm-hmm.
like walk through. It's like a maze or
Mm-hmm.
something.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not see the sign that said "Do not touch it."
But class,
I,
the sign was literally right here, and Delon was like, "Oh wow!" And the attendant flew through the air.
I was
And then
so
he
embarrassed.
followed us. And then he
He
followed
sure
us.
did. He sure did.
He said, "You are
Get
not going to
out.
be out of my sight."
Oh my God. Though an alarm did go off in the room I was in,
Mm.
and I was like, oh, because that little girl touched something. It
You're
was
like, it wasn't me.
I looked at that mom and I was like, if you don't get this little rug rat.
You have no right.
Yeah, I was texting you about your artist date. Tell us what you did.
Yeah, I went to the LA Art Book Fair, which was truly something I stumbled upon. I just Googled like cheap and or free arty things to do in Los Angeles, and I got to Time Out LA, Time Out New York, Time Out everywhere. And it was listed there, and it was at like a artist college in Pasadena. It was so cool. It was just a bunch
Hmm.
of artists displaying books that were either from their collection or things that they had made, like, you know, self-published art books and like zines and
Ah.
art prints. And it was just honestly, it was a little overwhelming because you walk in and it's just like these long tables, and every corner of the table is filled with books, and you could just pick them up and look through them. I didn't buy anything. Some of the books were expensive because they're rare books, they're limited edition books, they're things where
Mm.
someone just printed them themselves, and so they're spending their own money to do it. But I saw this really cool book that was like a collection of Black photographs throughout history. And it was like all found
Mm.
Polaroids, like Polaroids that were found at like yard sales and thrift stores and stuck in books and stuff. And just looking through them and being like, I wonder who these people are. And they're just all these
Mm.
different moments, and you know, a photo from a cookout, a photo from a waiting room at a doctor's office, or the visiting room at a prison, or a baby shower. Like it was just so cool. And kind of like what you're talking about, like the connective tissue of like, wow, like the Black experience is the same. Like we're all different,
Mhm.
but at the same time, it's like that I could see that moment happening at any moment in my family's life.
Mhm.
And so like that was really beautiful. I ran into some friends, which was really cool. And it was really inspiring. And the thing that I challenged myself to do on accident is I just started talking to people. I was there by
Really?
myself. Yeah. And I would be looking at something and the person's like, "Oh, are you an artist?" And I was like, "Yes, I am an artist." And then I was like, "What about you?" And they're like, "Oh, I go to school here." And I'm like, "Cool. What are you studying?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm studying graphic design and blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "Cool. What's your favorite thing that you're working on?" And I'm looking at another book and the person's like, "This is from so and so's private collection." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." And they're like, "And the reason that we did this." And I'm like, "Just okay, tell me about it." We just start
Yeah.
talking. Um, and it was really cool. I was very inspired. I love photography, but I love like collage. And I also think what was nice about it is kind of like for me thinking about how like art takes many forms. Like there were things there that I was like, this is an art, but then I'm like, but they
Mm.
made it. But they
Right.
made it. And so
Right.
like it is art and it means something to them. Like I don't understand it, or it's not something that I would like hang on my wall, but there was a process here and there was a story behind it. And like that was really cool to digest. And I really loved just like being by myself. Like I realize I don't do enough outings by myself. So like
Yeah.
that was really nice.
There's a
And
lot of
again, just
care with that. There's a lot of care with the artist date. I'm taking
mhm.
myself on a date, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
To ignite something, and like not only talking to people, but challenging myself to do something, talk to myself, think
Mm-hmm.
creatively, right? Experience
and
something
to just
creative.
and to just consume, right? Like there's
Hmm.
so much of being an artist is like I have to put stuff I have, and it's like no, I just want to look at other people's stuff and see what I can take away from it, and like what does it make me think about, and how does it make me feel, and that was really special, and I'm really excited to keep challenging myself to do things that are just different for me. Like,
Hmm.
I go to a lot of comedy shows, I watch a lot of movies, but I haven't taken an art class in a long time. There's a lot of, like art galleries are not something I normally go to. So,
Hmm.
yeah, excited to just keep exploring that.
Very
Okay.
cool.
Were there any issues this week that you considered significant for your recovery? Describe them.
Issues. I I think I have an issue with feeling like I can't complete something. So there are some things that
Mm,
I didn't get to. I didn't get to all of like the negative people or the
mhm. And you
enemies,
don't have to
whatever
do
she calls
all
them.
of them. You don't have to do all of them.
See,
It
I'm such
says
a
you don't have
perfectionist.
to.
I'm like, I have to
Yeah.
go. I have to do all of these
It's
things.
It says you don't have to do all of them. It says that you're supposed to pick a few of them, and if there's things that you didn't get to that you want to do next or this next week, you can also do that too. Like you don't. I feel like these are very malleable in that respect.
Thank you for that, because there's a part of me like, I'm doing it. I need to do it. And
No.
I was like, I guess I'll do it next week because it's probably progressive. Like it adds up. You
Yeah.
need to, So that was one thing that came up. I think the other thing is when you have to do the affirmations and the blurts.
Hmm.
Like I didn't do as many of those as I would like to, but it's crazy to realize how mean you are to yourself. Like the
Oh,
idea that
I'm really good at that.
I mean, talk about perfectionist, right? But
Hmm.
it's like even when I'm not consciously thinking like doubt, 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 as I'm saying, "Oh, you're going to finish your project." No, you're not. It's not that I'm actually hearing that, but it's like a spiritual feeling that I go, well, right? So
Mm.
identifying that was really helpful, but also like, God, I'm mean to myself. God, I'm
Yeah.
really not kind
Yeah.
to myself. And I guess that's not like self-flagellation. It's I'm not
Yeah.
being but it is doubting. It is
But
doubting.
I
So I think
think,
that
but
came up.
I think the purpose of the process, and when you're reading about other artists that have done the artist way, it's something all of us do. All of
Hmm.
us speak negatively to ourselves. All of us play the comparison game. Like I bookmarked some things that were said about like jealousy, for example, um, and just the reality that like a lot of jealousy and negativity is based around fear. And when we say
Mm,
these negative things about ourselves, like we are essentially afraid of what would happen if we gave ourselves permission to do certain things. And
yes.
like this is something that I tabbed was all too often it is audacity and not talent that moves an artist to center stage.
I
Baby.
highlighted I highlighted the same fucking thing on my
I
iPad.
said, whoa, okay. I see how you do, Julia. It's true.
Oh, it's
It's
true.
true. Audacity gets us up there. As for like what was difficult for me, I I've been just feeling really tapped out at work. And
Mm,
so a lot of my pages were about my fears around work and feeling like I don't have space for other creative pursuits because I'm spending so much time at work being like idea, 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 idea. And so my challenge this week has just been like being kind to myself to be like, it's only
mm,
week one. Like,
that.
I'm not going to have a breakthrough right this moment. Like, I went through the pages and then I'm like sitting down to write, because I'm trying to write more stand up. And I'm like, none of this is funny. This isn't good. Fuck the artist way. This isn't working. And I'm like, no, that's not how this goes.
It's not you don't read a chapter and everything's fixed.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what my brain was saying. My brain was
Yeah,
like, "Well,
totally.
I'm doing the artist way. I went on the date. I
Totally.
wrote the pages. Why is my but where's the funny? It's not coming out now."
Right.
you know?
Yeah, when I talked about writing for 3 hours, what I was doing was going through old scripts, old
Mm,
versions, songs, like rearranging songs. So it took so long because I was like finding stuff. I
right.
wasn't actually. I did some writing and
Right.
gluing together, but it wasn't like I wrote a whole bunch of new scenes, right? So
Right.
similar to you, I'm like, well, I only did that. No, you did something. You
Yeah.
really can and you're happy with the through line, right?
Yes.
It always comes on the heels of me going like, yeah, good job, but
Yeah.
there's no but.
Yeah.
You don't need to but.
Well, we got so many emails from people. I sent out an email just reminding folks of like what the process was going to be. Tell us in the comments if you got your pages done, what your artist date was, what, if any, challenges, and if there were passages in the book that really spoke to you. Please share them with us. We would love to hear them. You can also email us, lemmefixitpod@gmail.com. If you have something you would like to share, send us a voice note about your experience. Let us know if we're okay to share it, or if you want to anonymously share some reflections that you have, we might share them right here on the pod. So congratulations, class. Week 1 in the can.
Here we go.
All right.
We'll see you next week, friends.
How do we? That's it? Okay, yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.